Starfleet Academy has killed Star Trek. Star Trek is dead. Hey everyone, happy Monday. It's time for Versus. And of course, Starfleet Academy, another episode dropped last week. We will discuss it. Before we do, let's go around. Dante, what are you drinking?
Gin and a little juice.
Juice. All right.
Anyway, guys, Dante from Verbal Riot, and plot twist, I'm buying Warner Brothers.
Nice.
That means you have to move back.
Blaine from criticless.com and criticlesscast. What's good, everybody?
All right.
Steph, my nerdy home. Happy to be here.
I survived World War III again, and all I got was this crappy hoodie. Let's talk about it.
I'm Elaine, aka Nerd Cookies. So glad to be here.
Alan Ing, Film Threat. Hey, follow me on X at mypal and read my reviews on filmthreat.com.
All right. Well, that's a great.
Oh yeah, I think did you get everyone?
Did I forget?
Okay, never mind.
No, I did. Okay.
Okay.
Almost forgot you. Before we get into Starfleet Academy and the big news of the day, Alan, you've got the box office numbers. How do we do this weekend? As I continue to find out, more and more theaters are closing.
Okay, well, Scream 7, I believe the reports say that it is experiencing its biggest opening of the franchise, despite boycotts. At number 2 is Goat. I think we need to see Goat now. 3 is Wuthering Heights. Number 4 is 21 Pilots, more than we ever imagined. 5 is Elvis Presley in Concert Epic. And we got Crime 101, I Can Only Imagine 2, Send Help, How to Make a Killing, and Zootopia 2 with Fire and Ash just kind of underneath there at number 10.
Now, I want to ask our panelists, and I'm not judging here, but I want to know, how many of you went to see a movie this weekend? Did anyone else see Scream 7?
I
Did anyone?
No.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was going to, but then word of mouth was so bad.
I'm
I-
saving
I'm not-
money for Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
See that about a dozen times.
Again, I'm not judging, but I don't blame you. That's a very kind of like, look, there's some gems in there. I think Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, probably one of the best things still in theaters, but it's kind of a sad box office. Until we get to Project Hail Mary, it's not looking good. So
I mean, we could also say that around this time of year, this is kind of typical, right? I mean, things don't really pick up film wise or movie wise until about end of March, maybe, right? So
Yeah. I know, because last year around this time, there was Captain America, Brave New World.
well, my point proven.
Well, I just say this in light of, like, I am hearing about more and more theater closures. The iPick theater chain, it's kind of a high-end chain, luxury seating. Everyone, popcorn comes with your ticket, popcorn and a drink. It's like $40 for tickets. Not cheap to see a movie there. They've got a full bar and food, and they filed for bankruptcy. And there's an iPick in my neighborhood in Pasadena. AMC is about to announce more closures of screens, but it's a disturbing trend.
Oh wait, the one in Old Town is closing?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Well, they filed for
I-
bankruptcy. It doesn't mean they're going to close.
But it
Some
usually means they're going to close some theaters.
right, but some locations, not all. They're about to make that announcement, but it's very sad to see. But there may be hope on the horizon. The Scary Movie 6 trailer dropped, and I saw this trailer with a huge audience, every seat full, at a screening of Scream 7, which was packed, a lot of fun. This trailer went over like gangbusters. If you've not seen it yet, let's watch together. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. Here we go.
Thank you, Paramount.
Hold on. Hold on. Stop.
What?
Okay. Back up. Now do it.
I'll back it up. Okay, here we go. Megan.
Guess who's back?
Oh my God, he stabbed her. Not her. My pronouns are they, them. He stabbed them.
Be back.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday.
I have been preparing for this for years. Hello, Mother. You look like shit. Should we hug? I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay.
This looks like a job for me.
Hey there, we heard tell of a Halloween party. We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
Sink.
Stop smiling.
Run, bitch, run!
Mom, Santa gave me a severed arm. Be sure to thank him. What the?
Oh my God.
Controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me.
Somebody help! Help!
Bitch, we on break. So you handle yours. I'll be right or here eating my falafel and my pork rinds. Bitch.
Right or here.
Every line will be crossed June 12th. What do you guys think?
I hope they cross a lot of lines.
Yeah, I hope across
And
every
insult
line.
just make fun and insult everybody. That's what I hope.
do the
That's what I
lines
really loved
first.
about those scary movies.
Yeah, just they were always fun, always going too far. I mean, in this they spoof everything from Terrifier, Weapons, Sinners, Get Out. Yes. Megan,
yeah.
Smile, like it's all there. Like I love it. All the recent big horror.
Hashtag thank you, Paramount.
I'll be honest. I've never been a huge Wayne Brothers fan. I thought their movies have been okay at best. Like I don't find them that funny, to be honest with you.
Oof.
I thought White Chicks was average. It wasn't, to me, that great. I will say this though. This looked funny to me. Like this trailer looks funny, and I don't know if it's because I've been starved of R-rated comedies for so long.
Yeah.
That this is actually funny, or it's just been that long since we've had a good R-rated comedy. Like I don't know.
Yeah, we showed a clip last week of Vince Vaughn talking about how the death of the R-rated kind of mid-level comedy, and the reason is they all have to be built on IP. You can't just make a new comedy; it must be built on the backs of a known IP. This is a known IP. I mean, the Scary Movie franchise, so it fits that bill. And they're making fun of like pronouns. Okay, I feel like. And when they say right after that pronoun joke, he said, "We back." Like, I feel like they're saying something.
I'm Republican now and I'm supposed to be racist. No, it's all right. I think all white people are racist. Like, that's the most true shit. Like, that's funny, but that's also true.
Yeah.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it seems like they're going after everybody, right? It doesn't seem like they're picking a side. They're just, you know, whoever gets hit, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how like Gen Z or somebody responds to it, right? Like with something like this coming out in theaters, especially, and they're not going to have an idea what this IP is likely.
Yeah. Well, to Dante's point of hitting both sides, that's what killed late night comedy, because they wouldn't hit both sides; they only hit one side.
Yeah.
And
I'm curious to see what
again,
the
if you want a
younger
successful
generation
comedy, you go after everybody, and that's what I hope this does. Go ahead, Steph.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I'm sorry. I'm curious to think of what the younger generation thinks of this as well, because like you see all of these TikToks coming out of, Gen Z finding old television shows, old movies, and commenting on them from their POV of from 2026, right? Like we could never do this, or nobody needs to watch this. This one needs a trigger warning, things like that. So I'm curious to see like their perspective of this movie, because this is the type of comedy that like I grew up watching and I actually loved it. I love the Wayans brothers.
Normally I agree.
Comedy.
I agree with the fact that the movie industry needs new blood. I understand that to survive, but I say this with all honesty, man. Fuck Gen Z, and I say that because really, they think Friends, the show Friends, is too much.
Yes,
right. They think Friends is crossing the line.
Right.
Yeah. Friends is too white. It's not diverse. Yeah, I've seen those videos. Yeah. And they also are the generation that like doesn't want sex in their movies. They don't want to see actual romantic relationships. They want just, friend relationships. Like it's very watered down stuff, but it's so they can relate to it. But it's going to be incredibly boring because let's face it, like our regular lives are boring. I want to see something fantastic when I go to a movie theater.
Yeah, fuck Gen Z. What's Gen Y? The one that's all based now because they're bucking the trend. Bucking the trend now is being based.
Yeah,
whatever.
Alpha.
Let them enjoy it and get a new generation. I'm telling you, we are right here. If Paramount keeps doing this, when everyone says they paid I know we'll talk about it, baby. They paid for the fucking IPs, the IPs that are still worth money if you do it the right way, like this.
Yeah.
I was trying to think about the last thing like this that was even remotely like boundary pushing. The only one I can think of that nobody really saw.
Tried.
Naked
but
Gun
it was kind of safe.
Right. Like Ricky's to Nikki, actually, but like nobody saw it. And that movie was ridiculous. It wasn't like great, but I was surprised at some of the jokes in it. But that was another one where like so many things go to streaming and nobody sees it. So,
but again, if you budget it right, if you give it the right amount of money, it doesn't necessarily need to do gangbusters at the theater. They know how much it'll make on streaming. And so I we're seeing that more and more nowadays where, these are not $100 million movies. These are $10 million movies, $12 million movies.
You know what? I agree with Alan on this because I think that, especially with the Wayans brothers, from what I've heard that they always come in under budget.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, it's going to be pure profit for them.
Yeah. The first Five Nights at Freddy's movie was $12 million. I mean,
wow.
I mean, these are not expensive movies, and they do very well. The horror genre is a staple.
Yeah.
That if it's well marketed, if it's made for cheap, they always make money. So I can't wait for this June kicking off the summer. That'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the big news. HBO Max and Paramount Plus will be combined into one platform. So look, I have subscriptions to both. It's going to be one subscription service eventually.
Yeah, but how much money?
Well, we'll find out. I have, there's a bunch of stories on this. Here we go. From Variety, gives you the headline really is the story. They're combining into one streaming platform. Paramount says HBO brand will operate with independence. Is there more to the story, Badger?
Let's see. In the latest twist of the media mega merger ballet, Paramount Skydance says it plans to fuse Paramount Plus and HBO Max into a single streaming platform once its merger with Warner Brothers Discovery is complete. CEO David Ellison told investors that combined service would boast more than 200 million direct-to-consumer subscribers, a scale he believes will let the new company square off with the biggest players in streaming. Paramount is already consolidating its own platforms under one unified tech stack, and Ellison suggested that the merged streamer would follow a similar blueprint, blending content libraries and back-end technology to compete at the highest level. What remains fuzzy is the exact design. It is not clear yet whether HBO Max will live inside the new app as a distinct title or dissolve fully into a broader interface. But one thing Ellison made crystal clear: HBO will keep its creative autonomy. HBO should stay HBO, Ellison said, praising Casey Bloys and his team and singling out Game of Thrones as a personal favorite. The plan is for HBO to operate with independence, continuing to develop and program prestige content without heavy interface from Paramount leadership, even as it shows gain access to a much larger distribution platform. Okay, I hope HBO Max just absorbed Paramount because that app is better than Paramount Plus, but that's just me personally.
I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
I just thinking about Night of the Seven Kingdoms sharing a streaming service with Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
The crossover potential.
Oh,
Well,
no.
here's some more insight from this. Some notes on the Paramount's merger of WBD. P Plus, HBO Max will combine over 200 million plus subscribers, 30 plus films released every year. That's combined. 15 from WB, 15 theatrical from Paramount. And they promise a 45-day window before PVOD release for films. That's paid video on demand. So there's more insight in these graphics here. And this is a real contender for Netflix. Maybe this was Netflix fear is this behemoth now becoming big in a way that can compete with them. 200 plus years of storytelling combined. You've got uniting two world-class teams as the foundation for the future. So you've got, DC is a part of it. James Gunn is a part of it. And as much as people are crying about the so-called whatever the politics of Paramount is, which I think based on things like everything from Starfleet Academy to other content on there like Landman, I don't think Paramount has said they're about any particular political agenda. You were saying it right before we went live, Alan. It's what killed earlier. What killed late night was choosing a side. I don't see Paramount as being on one side or the other at all when you look at their content.
Hitting both sides to them is right wing. Like, you just fairly make jokes.
So here, these graphics kind of tell the story. It is going to be giant. Giant competitor. What do you guys think about all this?
I honestly just want one streaming service, like combine them both.
Yeah, it's called cable.
One service to rule them all.
I'm so tired of paying for all these different streaming services. But
Well, and once again, people keep mentioning Paramount for Star Trek. Yeah, the original Paramount absolutely ruined it and let Kurtzman do whatever he wanted. The Ellison-Skydance merger canceled season 2, made them redo the finale, is doing movies separate from all of it. So, but that is enough to make everyone melt down.
Of Starfleet Academy?
Yeah.
They just wrapped filming. Are they not releasing it?
No. Sorry. Like after season 2, it's done. They're not doing more seasons. Right.
And
they made them redo the finale. To have
They just willow it and just that would that would have some goodwill there if they just delete it from existence.
Yes.
I'm
They
really
have
interested in
Landman,
the
though. I
30
don't get
plus
it.
films every year. That's what I'm interested in. Like the 30 films released every year with a 45-day window. They're going to be absorbing Warner Brothers Discovery. The movies need to be quality movies, entertaining movies that'll bring people to the box office. Because if they continue on the way they are, they're just not going to make money. So why even bother?
Focus on your IPs that are good, that would always have made money had you treated them right.
And treat them right.
G.I. Joe coming out, the news is that they want it like the 80s cartoons, patriotic, all the things that you weren't allowed to do before.
Yeah. If they give the fans what they want, then they will make money. Hopefully this new strategy will bring in, it'll be profitable. But if they continue on the way Hollywood has been doing the last few years, it's not going to be profitable. So that's what I'm interested in. The movies that are going to be released, the movies that are already being announced. How are they going to do in the theaters? Are they going to make these movies for fans, or is there going to be using these properties for virtue signaling?
I don't know. I maybe, and look, I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative here, man. I feel like no, hear me out. There's too many things working against the movie theaters right now for it to make a comeback at all, man. I don't care what's out in the theater. Look at Nerd Cookies, man. She says she is saving all of her money for this one movie that's coming out, right? Remember back in the day when you could just go to a movie on a weekend just because it was only $5 and you can go watch a movie and chill and hang out? No, now you actually got to save You got to save fucking money to go watch a movie.
But that's because we're used to
it's
shit,
kinda like-
Dante. And if we
Right.
start releasing good ones, people will be like, hey, we've gotten some
Yeah,
good
exactly.
ones. Maybe I'll
Like-
take a chance. You
But-
need to
but-
wait for the
Exactly.
fix.
Maybe I'll take a chance. I haven't been to the movie theater since December. Like that's the last time I haven't been because there's nothing good coming out. I might go and see Scream 7. That's the only thing that I'm interested in. But there's movies that are coming out later on in the year that I'm more interested in than anything that's been coming out. Right? Like I can just, I don't know, find a special copy and watch it at home. I'm not going to the movie theater for something
Special
that
copy.
could possibly could possibly be just another woke virtue signal. I don't want to go to the theaters to see that. I don't want to go to the theaters to be preached to. That's why I'm interested in the announcements that they're going to be making, in the movies that they're going to be putting out, because yes, that structure that Hollywood play with, they've been abiding by the last few years, where you attack the fans and then take the IP, warp it into something different, something preachy, put it out there and say, you better like this, or we're going to call you all of these names and then attack you because you didn't come and see this bullshit crap that we put out in theaters. And it's made people not want to go to theaters, made people hesitant, made people rely on movie reviewers, to decide whether or not they're even going to give the movie a shot and spend their money on it. Like I am more than willing to go to the movie theater and watch a movie if it's a good movie. Like if it gets really good reviews and people are like, okay, you have to go and see this. It's worth your money. It's worth your time. Because lately, the past few years, movies just haven't been worth your money and worth your time. So are they going to switch it up and actually give the audience and the fans of all of these properties that they're buying up, are they going to be giving them what they want? Are they going to say true to the source material and not change the source material? That's what I'm really interested in when it comes to this merger, because they have a lot of properties now. Are they going to actually give the fans what they want?
You should see Pillion. It's a movie like you've never seen before.
I don't know. Personally,
Alan.
Personally, I look. I just think that for what you guys are saying, movies need to be better, right? But there needs to be like literally a year's worth of just solid good movies in the theater,
Correct.
right?
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the likelihood that we are going to get a year of just solid film all the way through from January to December? Are we ever really going to get that? And how long is it going to take to get that? Right?
If they can avoid a strike,
it took a
if they
long
can
time
avoid a
to
strike,
break
then-
the customer. It took a long time to break the customer, to break the fans, to lose that fan's trust. It's not going to happen overnight. There's no way.
Right. So
But
do the
it
theaters have
wouldn't
time
be- it
to
wouldn't be
make this
worth
happen?
it to buy and absorb WB if they're not going to put the money into creating a quality product. It wouldn't be worth it. And it's not going to happen overnight. They do need to win back the fan. They do need to win back the goodwill of the customer, because they spent years and years and years attacking them. Now they really need to cater to them instead. Otherwise, what's the point?
Except it's not just about Hollywood attacking the customers. It's about the fact that it costs a lot of money to go to a movie, right? So even if we had a year of good movies, man, you're talking $40 almost a pop if you take a date, if you buy popcorn. If you just go by yourself, it's $20, right? So they're asking a lot. Where a streaming service, you're getting all this stuff for $14 a month. We have been trained to not go to the theaters anymore.
So they can break that training.
Right.
Like we've been
And you
trained not
can
to go.
break it by making good movies.
By making good movies based on established IP and treating them with respect. And it's so fucking refreshing. And you make big event things that people will want to do it. You just have to give it time.
Yeah,
and you keep saying the odds and what are the chances? Never tell me the odds. Who gives a fuck? Just do it.
Yeah.
Do the work. And Scary Movie 6 is an excellent start.
Oh no, I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
If it's a quality
Mary
project, they can leave it in theaters a lot longer. Because we see movies that go past that 45-day window. They stay in theaters a lot longer because people want to see it at the theater rather than in their home.
Well,
you
I
can
mean,
you can retrain someone to go back to the theater.
people have pointed out that their theaters are closed. Some guy just saw a guy said his theater is now a pickleball court, but like the paid video on demand is so you have the convenience of watching a movie at home while it is in theaters. Beyond 45 days, I guess that's reasonable. It's the new world. But Alan, you were struggling to say something.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, why is Project Hail Mary the movie we're all excited about? I mean, why is it this one movie? What, Hollywood has all this money, and they should be making more movies that people are excited about seeing. And this is all to Steph's point. How do you the reason people aren't going to the theater is because there are not movies that people are excited about, and they don't have to be based on IPs. They don't have to be. It's just you know, these people have been doing this for over a century. They should know what excites people. They don't know their audiences anymore, and they've pandered too much.
To be fair, I will say that I usually go to the theater. It's like I go to the movies that I know I have a good expectation that I'm going to enjoy it, ones that I'm interested in, and currently there's just not ones in the theater that maybe if Wuthering Heights was a faithful adaptation, maybe. But I think this year has some good ones. I'm excited for Project Hail Mary, Super Mario Galaxy, Disclosure Day, Doom Part 3, of course, and I think there's more. But I'm actually seeing it. I don't know where the difference is in areas, but in my area or around, I'm seeing more theaters pop up, actually, several that are in construction. So maybe it's just like it was just the area. I don't know. My theater is very nice. I think that depends. The one I regularly go to, maybe that depends. But I do wonder though, like how many years is this going to take for them to get their
1 to 3
absorb each other and to acclimate? Because I know it didn't take Disney a while to use anything from 20th Century Fox, and
they're saying at least a year for the merger to be final minimum.
But look, I mean, James Gunn has his Superman Man of Tomorrow coming,
and he also has 6 months left on his contract.
Yeah, and I asked the question, because some have suggested that based on the perceived politics of the new heads at Paramount, that James Gunn may leave. John Oliver even joked about it.
I hope he leaves.
He made actually a really good joke about if you've accidentally sat on your Roku remote and suddenly Paramount Plus comes up. That's happened to me. I have sat on the remote and suddenly I'm watching Paramount Plus. But some have suggested, other channels, pundits that are credible, that he may leave. Will he remain? Will he leave? What does this mean for DC and DC properties?
Okay, look, as much as I like James Gunn. I even with all this shit he's done, he's had enough goodwill with me with his past movies that I still got a little bit of love for the guy. I don't know where he's going with all this, but I will say I think it would be stupid to switch gears this fast, right? Like I don't think it looks good for DC for them to switch gears this fast, right? It's like they just got out of the Snyderverse, and now Gunn has barely done anything with DC, and then they're going to go to somebody else. It just seems like
this isn't them. This would be him leaving of his own accord.
Right. Yeah. And let's say that he disagrees with them or doesn't like them politically. Would the smart thing not be to stay and play ball so that he can be someone that can be a counter voice or whatever?
Play ball with Nazis. That's what they think, basically.
Well, exactly.
Is that James Gunn? I think that's the question.
Right.
Because he has politics, but I've never seen him use the politics in a negative
Did you watch Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Did you watch them go to the Nazi planet and then say that it's not as bad as ours?
No, I'm talking about who you work for and the people you choose to associate with, not necessarily the content you put.
Right. Kind of like with him staying close with Chris Pratt or whatever, right? Like with him being an openly conservative.
Okay, so here's my thinking. He's going to leave or not have his contract renewed, and it's going to have nothing to do with politics. And here's my reasoning. The biggest mistake actual Paramount that they can be blamed for, this new one under Ellison had made, was letting Taylor Sheridan get away. Taylor Sheridan, who could write his own ticket, and then he did go write his own ticket, right? That dude is a proven winner, and they gave him notes on shit. So if they're giving notes to a guy who's a proven winner, they're going to be giving notes to James Gunn, and he's not going to like that. He's not going to be able to do whatever he wants, and that's what'll make him bounce, not any politics shit.
Well, kind of stand on that track, Badger. I also think that if Gunn does leave, I kind of feel like he's giving himself an excuse to leave, right? I think he tackled something that was too big for him. Yeah. And he's seeing this as a way out, right? Because he knows he can't really do it.
He went from the DC to just the Superman saga. His fucking the 3 movies, basically. Yeah.
I think he might take this as a way out.
Yeah. Because I don't think it shows being able to handle it being a studio head either, right? Like, because I mean, it's the James Gunn show already, and he's not letting people make their own movies. So I don't know. Maybe it is a good way to just moonwalk out of there.
As long as Matt Reeves sticks around, I'll be happy.
Yeah, no, that'll stay.
I mean, I'll say this, like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think that like anybody who wants to leave due to this merger because they don't like the politics or they think that like the heads of Paramount are literal Nazis, then those are the people that I really don't want making film anymore. Those are the people that are going to be inserting identity politics and all that crap that we've been suffering through over the past few years into the movies. So I mean, maybe it's fine that they walk away. James Gunn, I've never really thought that he was sort of like the proper head of DC. So I mean, I don't, if he chooses to walk away, that's fine. We'll see who they get to replace him. But I don't know. I think that like if people are joking about leaving, they want to leave because of other people's politics. Like I don't want those people making my entertainment anyways. Like you should
Snyder's
be able to
coming back, Steph.
to who can like view both sides or be impartial and just focus on their job and make entertainment. Like that's pretty much how I think about it.
Yeah. Well, some are saying that he's gonna leave.
Yeah,
he's gonna leave after. I mean, Man of Tomorrow is about to shoot. Supergirl is being released in June. He really isn't.
Lanterns.
I mean, it's really just getting started, and I highly recommend you see the Josh Horowitz Happy Sad Confused interview with Zack Snyder. What I suggest it's an hour interview. It's very in depth. He addresses things that I've never heard him talk about before. And Alan and I talked about it last week. We showed some clips, but it was really, it made me kind of miss him. Like, look, whatever you think, the Snyderverse, I think it was flawed, but it was way more interesting, I think, than what Gunn is doing with DC. So
just stop letting Snyder write. If we could just stop letting the guy write, I think he'd be all right.
Well, he's good at writing his own stuff.
Right.
Look, if the word is that they want to return to IP and big mythological like event films, there's nothing more mythological or event films than Zack Snyder's DCEU. And if they did come back, I think all those actors would come back to do Dark Knight Returns and or just finish your goddamn Justice League finale movie. And they did it, call it Elseworlds or Black Label, whatever. Just like Matt Reeves has his own little Elseworlds, and you can do two things at once. There's a bunch of different comic lines that we can all read. You could do the same thing. Just make it good, and people will come.
I just don't think they're willing to. I just don't think they're willing to put that kind of money up to bring Snyder and the gang back.
But the Saudis are. What were you saying?
Right.
Nerd Cookies. Sorry.
I was just wondering what was the final tally that they paid for Warner Brothers? Did they up it? Was it like 108 million?
Some ridiculous 111, something like that. Bill,
something,
somewhere up there.
Wow.
Well, I wonder. I mean, they want to. I assume they want to make money, get a return on this investment, and the most popular IPs you have to treat with respect, and we're going to have that expectation that it's going to be good to get people to the theater again.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think the studios are at a point now where they understand. Like even if they won't say the words out loud, they know that woke is killing them. That has killed them. It's already killed them, right? Like they're already in trouble because of this shit. They went all in, right? Like 10 toes down on this shit. And now they're all in trouble. So I know they cannot do this anymore, right? They can't allow their talent to insult the audience. They can't allow writers to write a bunch of bullshit that 0.1% of the population wants to see. They cannot afford this anymore. So I am expecting a total shift in Hollywood when it comes to the movies. My question is though, is it too late?
Is it too late to recast Snape for the Harry Potter show?
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah. Let's real quick, related to all of this, one final story related to this. You're not going to believe it. How tampons in the men's room helped derail the Netflix Warner Brothers deal. This is
some bullshit.
No, this is a real story. What? Here we go. This is from this is in what is it? The New York Post. I think we have notes for this story.
Yeah.
This is kind of crazy, but Hear me out.
Okay. The months-long fight over the future of Warner Brothers Discovery had everything. White House courtship, antitrust hearings, an $80 billion bidding war, and a basket of tampons that detonated like a cultural grenade on Capitol Hill. Throughout the 6-month battle, Republicans increasingly opposed the merger, arguing Netflix was angling towards streaming dominance and would use WBD's added scale to push progressive politics in its content. Conservative groups cited programming they believe emphasizes transgender issues and DEI themes. Sarandos has insisted Netflix offers content across the political spectrum, yet skepticism intensified. Political headwinds worsened after comments from board member Susan Rice criticizing companies aligned with Trump reportedly cooled White House support. Sarandos faced pointed questioning at a Senate Judiciary antitrust hearing led by Senator Mike Lee, then launched a charm offensive aimed at GOP lawmakers. That effort hit an unexpected snag during a congressional visit to Netflix headquarters. Representative Jason Smith, chair of the House Ways and Means Committee and a skeptic of Netflix neutrality claims, reportedly noticed tampons available in a men's restroom. Many tech firms provided such products to support transgender employees, but for some conservatives, the gesture symbolized broader cultural concerns. The so-called tampon incident quickly became shorthand among GOP critics for what they see as Netflix's unchanged political posture, reinforcing resistance to the deal.
So, what do you guys think? We watched clips from that hearing, and really they skirted around the political issue, even though there were countless examples that were given. And Ted Sarandos did his best to spin it, didn't quite succeed. What do you guys
I don't care
think?
what they tell you in high school, Cleopatra was black.
By the way, can you click that headline that says Sydney Sweeney doubles up on bras and undies?
Yeah, I agree, Alan. I agree. I second that.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And
There
Zoom,
we
I don't know
and
what
Zoom.
that is, Alan.
Enhance.
That's a
And
different.
Shame on you, Alan. Shame on you.
Shame
Shame
on
on
you,
Hey,
Alan.
let me
Good eye.
this is
eye.
the problem I have, because Chris, you and I have both been to Netflix headquarters,
Yeah.
and as you know, they're unisex bathrooms, so they're going to be tampons in them.
Some of them are unisex, but they have like lots of other dumb stuff like breath.
Yeah,
you know,
breath
they have
mints,
breath
toothbrushes,
freshener, they have toothbrushes, they have like
aftershave
any-
lotion.
everything but a shower. You can go Netflix, they've got like all these amenities, everything but the guy that asks you for a tip.
Does
That
Netflix
guy's
have
not
any single thing on there that could be considered right wing or based or not left leaning? Anything?
I mean, movies.
The stand up. There's stand up that
Stand-up,
they
stand-up,
put
yeah.
down.
Like Extraction.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. This is I brought it up last time. I'll bring it up this time, but it feels like Netflix just does things across the board. I'll say it leans more to the left and progressivism, but there is conservative stuff on Netflix that you can watch. Yeah, there are issues where with the children's programming, which I have concerns about. But for the most part, just the fact that I can see the Dave Chappelle special where he talks
He's
about
left
trans
as fuck
people,
now.
and
He's
Shane
left as fuck.
Gillis' show, and
Shane.
it's like I don't necessarily think Netflix when I think progressive programming compared to others.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, Chappelle is left, but he also talks about punching lesbians in the tits. So I mean, it's. I mean, he's kind of like middle of the road.
Yeah.
Netflix is the one with the big contract with the Obamas also.
Sure, but my question is, okay, if we're being honest here, tampons in the bathroom, is that enough to break $100 billion deal?
It's indicative of everything they were saying. Yes, because men don't menstruate.
Right, but again, the
Sure.
bathrooms are unisex, so they're going to be tampons.
Some of them are, apparently. Some of them aren't. Either way, even if okay, fine, they were wrong on that, but everything else is still true.
Yeah.
You look at their programming. The joke, how many times do we see the meme of, we just saw it with the shooting, and then they show the Netflix adaptation, it's a white dude. Or the conversely, like it's a white character that's important and they race swap it. Like it's just known. It's memed about.
It's a meme.
Yeah. for them specifically.
I just don't think of them as being broad. They seem very skewed towards one side.
I guess I'm thinking a little bit more like the deal fell through because of the theatrical stuff. But I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be because of the tampons.
Yeah,
We'll
Amazon feels way more balanced because there's like Reacher and things like that. Jack
Right.
Ryan, Terminal List.
Yeah,
But okay, but we're talking about streaming services versus the studios that make them, right? I mean, the streaming services aren't the ones making the film; it's the studio. So,
But Netflix makes original programming, and specifically their original programming is woke as fuck. That's the Black Cleopatras.
Sure.
And, you know what I'm saying? It's not the stuff that they've licensed. Of course, they license stuff that is on all sides, but the things they produce are skewed for the most part.
yeah, that's fair.
Hey.
That's fair.
This is concerning. Teens are over superheroes, want to see more connected masculinity. Bad timing for us because we have our new Avengers Doomsday inspired film thread shirts in the film thread shop.
Already
Just
we're out of
got it.
time.
And suddenly teens are over superheroes. The timing is bad for me. But this is a
Our
story-
teen market has just been blown up. So
Well, this is a story in Deadline. I know you've got the notes, Badger. But they're over there. I mean, could it be the market's kind of flooded? But let's see what the article
Well, they're
says.
saying that till Spider-Man comes out, and then
Right. Yeah.
A new Teens and Screens survey from UCLA's Center for Scholars and Storytellers finds that Gen Alpha and Gen Z, ages 10 to 24, are craving warmer portrayals of men on screen. Think less aloof sorcerer, Doctor Strange, more emotionally available dad.
No.
The report jokingly frames it at, really, they named him less Doctor Strange and more Dr. Robbie, shorthand for swapping distant, hyper-competent heroes for men who show up with care, mentorship, and actual feelings. By a 5-to-1 margin, young viewers said they want to see more fathers enjoying parenting and fathers showing love to kids compared with those who want less of that dynamic. This is not a subtle nudge. This is a billboard. According to the study's authors, young audiences are not merely asking for better dads. They want a broader reimagining of masculinity. Fathers, coaches, teachers, mentors, men who are present, men who are kind, men who are emotionally fluent. Efsler, excuse me. In other words, the next big character arc might not involve saying the multiverse or saving the multiverse. It might involve packing a lunch, giving advice, and saying, I'm proud of you without flinching.
Dude,
We're done here.
I feel like we're talking about two different things here. Like this is like, first of all, I don't know what this has to do with teens. As someone with teens, I'll tell you this, like, I'm hearing these teenagers saying shit that we said back in high school, and it blows my freaking mind. Like, they're definitely, Gen Alpha is getting their shit together. So, but also it's like, can we not kind of have both? Can we not have masculine men while also having good dads?
Still
like
stoic Al Bundy.
Right. Well,
I mean, we literally just saw that, right, with the Knight of Seven Kingdoms, man. Duncan and Egg.
Right.
That was a great father-son story. That wasn't a father and son, right?
And
like, now, if
and
you're
he's
talking
still a
that kind of
badass.
masculinity, I'm like, yeah, that's perfect, right? A strong guy who's teaching this young boy how to be a man, right? But he also, and you could tell he cares about the kid, right?
Yeah.
So if they're talking about something like that, okay, I'm all for that.
Right.
That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about continuing the feminization of men.
Oh, no,
That's what they're
no,
talking
we're
about.
done.
Rewriting masculinity. That's what they're talking about. This is the generation that I've been told, being inherently masculine with your man instincts is wrong. You need to be more feminine. You need to be more in tuned with your emotions like women. Anything else is toxic. It's toxic masculinity. Hollywood has been preaching about toxic masculinity. We have to change the face of Hollywood. We have to change the face of masculinity. That's why right now the epitome of masculinity is Pedro Pascal. He is the new face of Hollywood masculinity. They did a whole article on it about how he's the new face of masculinity. And I mean, it's feminizing men once again. And personally, I think that this new generation wants to see things like this on screen because they want to remain coddled. This is a very coddled generation, and they even want the people on screen to almost make them feel safe and coddled instead of growing up. They want to remain what's the word? Infantilized for as long as they can. That's why we have, adults going to theme parks and trying to remain a child forever. Like they want to see all of those parental figures because they want to be safe. They want to stay in a childlike mindset for as long as possible. They just want to remain coddled instead of
that sounds more like fucking children
and taking responsibility of your own life.
That sounds more like Gen Z than Gen Alpha, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know who they studied here or if this was just in freaking California or where the hell this study took place. Because from what I am seeing, at least, and maybe it's just because I'm in freaking North Carolina, but like, that's not what I'm seeing from Gen Alpha, which is because they seem to be making a big pivot from Gen Z, which is the ones who are all currently getting mass fired from companies all over the freaking country because they can't get their shit together and can't operate in a workplace. So, like, I don't see that with Gen Alpha, which makes this article specifically more weird, where I'm like, who the hell was this study actually for?
UCLA, so
Yeah.
leftist
Is it?
California.
Exactly.
It says
Yeah.
UCLA, yeah.
Oh, there
The
you go.
Center for
I thought it
Scholars
was a
and
joke.
Storytellers.
There
we go.
This
I
is
don't think they
related.
know what they want, though. I don't
This
think they
is
know what they want
related,
until they see it.
Yeah, this is related. Captain America, Anthony Mackie, had something to say about
Falcon.
where the business is. Let's watch this.
Gotta respect
Sorry.
it, man.
It
Sorry,
is
go ahead.
true. It is true.
That last
But like
bit,
the
yeah.
Hollywood movie star killed the Hollywood movie star. Like by opening their mouths and started getting all
Right.
preachy and talking down to the audience. That's what killed the Hollywood movie star. And now they have no choice but to brand themselves. Like now they are a brand and they go off and do all these partnerships with other people because like nobody cares to go and watch their. I'm not going to go and see the next Pedro Pascal movie because I
Every
love
single
Pedro
thing
Pascal. Like that's
that he
just
just
not going
listed.
to happen. That's why like he is his own brand. And that's why like Sydney Sweeney, she is a brand now. Like she's doing all of these partnerships. But that's why like Hollywood movie stars have kind of had to change the way they work because there is a death of the movie star.
But
It's
think
a
about what
death
he said.
but they caused it
Schwarzenegger.
on their own.
Schwarzenegger, Stallone, all these motherfuckers are stoic, alpha males, action, all the things that weren't popular. So it's not just that superheroes were there because they were allowed to be that. All the movies they made, you weren't allowed to make them. You weren't allowed to have a buff dude kill bad guys and bang hot women. That just went away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I worry that it's been a problem for a long time about it feels like creativity by committee. Like people just sat in a room and instead of just concentrating on writing a good story, which is, I mean, there's great examples of shows that have worldwide acclaim that people love, like Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Breaking Bad, Mad Men, that just like everyone loved. It had great writing, great characters. And then there's other things where you can just tell, and which is confirmed with Starfleet Academy, where they just go by what demographic do I need to pander to for and how many in each episode or whatever. And you can tell that it's not that's the reasoning, and that's what has resulted. I don't know. So when it comes to masculinity, and I hope that they are not listening to these studies because it's anti-creativity. This is not what people respond to. And I'm sure whoever was in the study maybe think that that's an idea of what they want to see. I don't think they know what they want. They're teenagers. I think they'll know it when they see it and they'll just gravitate to it. And we'll see the outcome of that by ticket sales and by subscription fees. So, and we're seeing what success is like currently with 9 of the 7 Kingdoms. Everyone loves it. And when it comes to masculinity, yeah, they're great, accessible, very interesting characters, all of them, and all of them masculine in some way. The results will speak for themselves, and I just hope it's not just done by committee as like these studies show.
Well,
James
going back to
Bond,
what
perfect
Anthony
example.
Mackie said too, and anybody can answer this for me, like just by handfuls, right? Like what is a celebrity? Who's a celebrity right now that could put asses in seats no matter what he's in?
Tom Cruise
or she.
Yeah.
Keanu
Okay,
Reeves.
that's one.
Yeah,
Tom
maybe
Cruise.
Keanu Reeves. Yeah, there you
Keanu.
go. Everyone went to go see
Keanu,
that
okay.
Angel comedian movie.
And I'm talking like proven box office. They can put asses in seats. Like, so we got 2, right? That's the
I'm not
thing.
seeing
Anthony Mackie's
Project
right.
Hail
They're-
Mary
they're-
because
they're-
Ryan Gosling is in it. I'm seeing it
Right.
because I know it's going to be a great story, and I know it's going to be a great movie.
I just think that the age of the movie star is over. I don't think there is
Yeah.
the movie star anymore, right? There's not that one person that could put asses and seats outside of like 2 people that we just named off. Maybe
mostly
Chalamet. That's 3.
Right. It's mostly older actors. It's not most of these new guys at the very least.
Would the theory not be if we gave them a chance and stopped hiring based on fucking sexuality or skin color, that people with talent and would rise to the occasion? Like James Bond is going to be a perfect example of this. You could return to stoic action male who woos women and kills bad guys, or you can make him a whiny little bitch that misses his girlfriend for 2 movies. Which way, Hollywood?
Right. And the reason why John Wick works is because it's a revenge story. Everybody loves a revenge movie, right? So that's why that worked, man. But yeah, I just don't think that there's enough celebrities anymore that can quantify as a movie star anymore. It's all content now.
Let me share one last thing on this topic, and then we'll move on to Soups and other topics here. From Ashley on X, and this went viral. Why I quit watching movies and series. White guys are always the bad guys. Black guys are always the heroes. Women suddenly turn into Rambo. Dads are always the idiots. Moms run the show. Kids are being sexualized. Traditional values are mocked every time. Men are made to look weak and pathetic. Troons are shoehorned into every plot. And the gay character magically knows everything. Hollywood is just a propaganda machine now. Do yourself a favor and turn off your TV. This blew up. What do you think about what Ashley has to say?
I think The Burbs is all of this in one TV show.
Yeah.
The new Burbs series. Oh,
I saw you do a video, or I saw you post and do a video about it. It sounds awful.
The Burbs with Tom Hanks is one of my favorite movies. I've seen it a billion times. And when I went to go watch it and I told Amazon to put on The Burbs, it gave me the option. And I remembered that shit exists. Let that be the last one that's sacrificed on the altar, please.
Yeah.
I just watched that movie the other day. It's so good.
It's so good.
Sometimes
And of
I
course
like to
they
put
took
myself through torture. And so I decided to watch the new Burbs series.
I'd rather watch Starfleet Academy.
It was awful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go to Soups real quick, and then I've got more topics. We're going to talk Starfleet Academy.
I'm sure it was tons better than Captain Durag.
Oh, no. Captain Durag, whatever. I actually don't have that much of a problem with it because there's a character named Captain Underpants. It's a dumb kid's book. It's meant to be kind of goofy, but it is kind of weird. Black History Month, Captain Durag, maybe. I don't know.
If anybody saw my video, I'm telling you, man, the worst shit happens to black people during Black History Month. It just needs to go. Cancel it all. We don't need Black History Month.
Well, it's the pandering. We'll get to that. We'll talk about Tourette's in a bit. Let's get to these.
Andrew Cram gifting started us off the right way with 10 Film Threat memberships.
Thank you, Andrew. Big supporter of the channel. Thank you.
For another 10, he said, I read comics or read comics for most of my teenage years, and I have never heard of Have you never heard of Clayface, bro?
Yeah, that's fine. He's a minor Batman villain, and not one of the biggest ones. He's just not. But I know of Clayface.
I mean, obviously, to Batman fans, Clayface is not a minor villain, but I guess
Clayface is a huge villain. Yeah,
if you're a normie, Clayface is obscure. Right?
Yes.
Right. I just know Adam West never fought him, so.
Yeah, Adam West didn't fight him.
He didn't fight Two-Face either in that show.
If you said you didn't know who White Rabbit or Professor Pig was, I would. Clayface is really established.
There you go.
Where's King Tut?
Field of Dreams is men meets feelings. Yes, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, that movie.
I love the story of why we never got Two-Face in the Adam West series.
It seems to me. Andrew Cram for another 10. It seems to me Gen Z Alpha gravitate towards anime or the most part, and perhaps because the content coming out of Japan is more based. Yeah.
True.
It is.
It's because the makeup budget was wasted on Cesar Romero.
Yeah, and his mustache.
Raffweb for 2. In the name of all that is holy, # cancel Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Well, what about Hulu? They have Hulu now.
Yeah. Oh, he's got too many things. I'm not singing them all. Jose Ataco for $1.99. Social media killed the movie star. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
They used to be mysterious that would only have these rare appearances on late night talk shows but yeah, now people really
you'd see them
know
gussing
way
up
too
at
much.
award shows.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how social media would have ruined Sixth Sense?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All right, hey, it's time to talk about. That's right.
Leaving
my favorite show and yours, and I don't know if you're watching, but Starfleet Academy. Let's talk episode 8. Let's talk the show. We're gonna get into it.
This
but
hurts my heart, man.
No, but wait, we need to introduce it with a theme.
Get ready for the suck.
All right. So what do you guys, for those that have watched it, what do you think? We have 2 episodes left. Where is this going to go?
The trash.
It is officially the gayest Star Trek ever. I would propose, even though they have 2 episodes to turn it around, I think this is the worst Trek ever made. What do you guys think?
In this episode or the whole show?
Well, the culmination.
Okay.
It's the worst Trek ever. Where are you guys on this?
I need counseling. I need trauma counseling. I've come up with my play. You have your play, and then we'll all do a live read.
First of all, none of you understand our town.
Oh.
and I'm looking it up right now. I don't understand it either.
Yeah, well, this is.
Yeah, I mean, my question is, who's the power bottom here?
You know, the sad thing is, this isn't. I mean, it's them being gay, but this isn't even them being gay. This is Darim like walking him through a Klingon breathing exercise because he's having anxiety.
It's still pretty gay.
That's pretty gay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's the undertones of it.
That was the
I mean, look, for us, this is like the Acolyte, right? The Acolyte is that was the final nail in the coffin.
No, Acolyte's better than this. This isn't even. This is way.
But
better
it
than
was the
fucking
final
Acolyte.
nail in Star Wars. versus
Star
this.
Wars.
Yeah, I know,
Yes.
but I actually think Kenobi was the final nail in that one because it's the one we all reference. But this is
that's true.
Really bad.
Right.
This is like Section 31 is bad, but this is really bad.
Yeah. Well, Section 31 was one little 2-hour movie. It was laughable. It could have been a pilot for some. They smartly did not do a full series of Section 31. But where are we at with Star Trek now? Starfleet Academy.
So is this the last of the BlackRock money? Right? Like, is this the last of it? Because no, really. And I don't know. I'm being very honest when I say this. Like, there's no way. And I'm thinking like a studio head here. There's no way you're putting this kind of money into something like this that you know is going to fail. Come on, right? This has to be the last of the BlackRock money, right?
It's already canceled.
Oh,
they just we have to get through the second season, but it's already canceled.
Season 2, and then
Why don't they just write off season 2, like pull a Batgirl and just like stick it on a freaking shelf?
Willow it into existence.
Yeah.
They
I feel
clearly
like
have
that
contracts.
answer is not as easy as we
Honestly,
think.
wouldn't they save money if they just scrapped it right now and didn't release it?
That's what I think.
They
Well,
should be pitching
yeah.
pennies right now.
Well,
There's no way they're going to market season 2.
It's
This is
hard.
probably
The money lost right now will be in promotion of it. And if I was Paramount, I wouldn't promote it at all. Just throw it out there. If
You know what?
if
Good
was
point. Yeah.
contractually obligated.
Wasn't it like 3 times the budget of 9 of the 7 Kingdoms?
no.
Well, how many is it? Wait, no,
Probably.
20 million episode? And 9 of the 7 Kingdoms is what, 8 or 9?
yeah. First of all, credit where credit is due. This show looks expensive. The effects, even though I think the design of the Athena ship is god awful, the effects are very, very good. You cannot complain about the production value, wardrobe, makeup.
when he throws up glitter,
I hate
it looks really
all
good.
of those things.
No, I'm saying it's very good for TV. Look back on the old Next Gen first season, old Star Trek episodes. Star Trek was never about these big spectacle effects.
Yeah.
They focused so much. It was about great stories, morality tales. It was at times a Western, or it was very Shakespearean in nature. This has none of that. It was what was really at the root of what made great Star Trek, flipped it. It's tricking you with it looks. I mean, for those that are still watching it, which I don't think, other than Alan and I, and
I'm
maybe
watching
Jack,
it still.
You're watching, and Badger.
And Gary is watching.
Yes.
Yes.
Gary Beekler from Nerdrotic. Shout out to Gary. Nice interview with Kennedy.
You know who's watching the show? Everybody but their target audience is
Everyone
watching.
but the target audience.
Right.
The issue is this isn't even like a big spectacle for the eyes. It's kind of basic bitch. And the one chance this episode where like took Sam back to the photonic planet, I was like, oh, we might actually see something interesting. No. You see a little bit of the outside, and then it goes straight into some head space that's just the Academy again.
Look,
so they're kind of cheap out on their own stuff.
Look, Gary's latest video, he doesn't even critique it on the Nerdrotic channel. He just tells you what happens. And it's
to do.
I have watched that. Thank you. Thank you, Gary.
Yes, all he does is here's what happened. Here's what happened. Another thing happened. It's you don't need to do a critique. It's objectively awful. I don't have find for me here one positive review, one video that sings the praises of Starfleet Academy. I will watch that video.
Hold on.
I will watch
Rachel Leishman.
and I will consider. Yeah, Alan, see if you can find it. I mean, go search, find a positive review that is honest, and because if that's your opinion and you are finding inspiration, what you're moved by it, show me. I'm open to being convinced.
I think it currently has the lowest score that we've managed yet on Criticalist. It's sitting at a 2%.
Can you share the link in the private chat?
Yes.
And this is also though why I don't want to hear anybody use the words AI slop when this shit is a big budget production. Okay,
AI could have made
I would rather watch my little AI clips
better.
of the Juggernaut, fighting the X-Men than watching this kind of shit right here.
This episode also, like the acting, like I forgive me when I say this, the acting was really bad. And you go, well, the acting's bad the whole time. Well, yes and no. Like it's cheesy, but also some of them gave a performance that they at least believe what they were saying. This episode specifically, it looked like the actors just did not vibe with any of the script, and it's just really so. In addition to really bad acting and painful storyline, and Tilly coming back, who's annoying, it's not even fun to make fun of it. It's just draining on the soul.
One thing that I didn't know about, which I'm glad that Gary included in his video, was an interview with one of the writers, and she straight up says that she was told not to care about writing good Star Trek, but to specifically appeal to certain demographics. I forget the exact wording she used, but she said, I would love to write just pure Star Trek, but that's not what I was brought on board for. And this is exactly what we were talking about, which yes, just creativity by committee. And it's just the death of imagination, and why no one will ever be pleased by this, because they're just thinking of people not as people who enjoy a good story, but just as a statistic or a demographic. And that just that's not good writing.
Yeah. That's Kurtzman. That's Russell T. Davies. Those are the people that were like, if you're not writing about gay in 2025, what are you even doing? They don't care about the lore or the characters. They don't want, it was what Roger Avery said, right? He did not want you to know. It's what they did over at Marvel. All they care about is the message. And this is just the skin of what used to be Star Trek to convey their political messaging.
Well, real quick here on criticalist.com, Starfleet Academy stands at a 2% with 50 votes. That's almost 50 votes. That's insanely low. I mean, usually you get a mix. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm not saying, and by the way, sign up, go to criticalist.com, sign up, get an account, and post your reviews. This is kind of crazy.
There's nothing outside of a heinous on the whole site, which is like, even the Acolyte was not that bad. There were people coming in being like, there's some of it that's like, okay, but this is everybody just being like, this is the worst thing ever.
Mm-hmm. And you should never be afraid to express your opinion. If you genuinely like it, I am open-minded. I want to hear what moved you about this show. I want to point something out. We recently interviewed Jim Agnew last week, screenwriter, producer, friend of mine for years, that he said something very telling related to this. He said the makeup of the WGA, of which he's a member, started changing in 2016. They stopped straight up stopped hiring white men. He was told to his face, Jim Agnew was a guy working screenwriter. He's written Nicolas Cage movies, other films. They said, "I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're white and male. Can't do it."
Man, pale
He
still.
said the makeup of the WGA, the Writers Guild, suddenly changed. I said, "What changed?" He said, "They look like the cast of Starfleet Academy." And the last meeting he went to, you had a lot of people that he would describe as, well, troons, a lot of people wearing masks, a lot of young people, a lot of non-white people.
Full of life experience to call on.
Now, there's nothing wrong with that if they are mentored, if they're brought up to learn what makes how you write a show that appeals to a lot of people. He said that's why this show probably more than likely sucks. They're just talking about themselves. The one Sam episode, I think it was episode 4. This is an episode about me. It was, I mean, it's just, I don't know where Star Trek, I don't know that it's fixable.
Look, say what you want to about the old Hollywood system, right? And Chris, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There was this weird, like apprenticeship, right? Like you couldn't just like write a movie and make a movie, right? You had to be a PA first, and then you had to move up the ladder slowly to, and if you're lucky, someone gave you a shot after 10 years, right? It was a fucked up system. Okay, I'm not going to say it was great, but at least people learned. They learned the craft, right? They learned how to tell a story. They learned how to make a movie. It wasn't the most ideal system, but you knew how to do this shit, man. The people they hire right now are fucking clowns. They have no idea how to tell a story, which is 101 with making a movie, right? You got to at least know how to tell a story from beginning to end. They can't do that. They can't write. They can't fucking direct. Half of them can't even act. So, I mean, yeah, the old system wasn't great, but at least people knew how to make shit that worked back then. So I know exactly what Jim is talking about.
Yeah, it's all fixable, by the way. Everyone says that you can't fix it, and then we get
how
things
is
like
it
Picard.
Fixable?
Easy. You bring back actual writers who know the lore, that actually like the shit. They already said they're doing movies separate from all the previous movies and Kurtzman stuff. So you just bring back a likable protagonist, Kirk-esque or Kirk, and make him true to character. It still works.
So you
It still
trash
works.
everything and start over, basically.
You just bring back Luke Skywalker and have him fund the Jedi Academy. You just bring back John Connor and have it's very easy to bring all these IPs back if you actually do it.
No one's watching this anyways, like in the large part. It's not going to be in people's minds. They're even if they did see it, they're going to forget it. Starfleet Academy. I don't think anyone's going to fight for the kid. Just Kelvin timeline, the whole thing. And yeah, Jonathan Goldstein, John Francis Daly, they're doing a movie. I've enjoyed their work before, and yeah, it's not connected to anything that's been done. So at least that's one good thing. I mean, I would also love for them to just say, this is a separate timeline, and a cherry on top would be that they're not releasing season 2 of Starfleet Academy.
So I'm looking at
and to Badger's point, they have nothing else to lose. They have nothing else to lose. So why not just do it?
Yeah. Hey, Chris, so this is I'm looking at the Mary Sue, and they have like 6 articles on Starfleet Academy.
Oh, that's great. The Mary Sue loves, they love Starfleet Academy.
Two of them claim to be reviews, but you can see this latest review. So why are certain people so angry about that? These reviews tend to be commentaries on what they say are quote unquote Star Trek fans and how they hate the show. And then the other reviews are just interviews. So I would submit to you, she's not really reviewing the show.
No, she's not watching it.
Just critiquing other people's reactions.
Yeah. I mean, that's, if that's, you would expect someone who claims to be a fan of this and thinks it's great would actually talk about the show, the story point, the plot.
Yeah, tell me why it's good. Tell me.
Exactly.
Give me a good reason. If it's well written and thought out, then make your case for it. If it was, if there was any merit to this show in terms of writing and character development, we would see it. There would be that counteracting any negativity or whatever, but we're not seeing it. and it's just this manufactured, trying to critique the fans, try to silence them. You know, tale as old as time that we've seen this reaction. Just try to stamp out the negativity. It doesn't matter anyways. The views will be there if it has merit, if it's good. The views will be there. There will be justification to continue it, and it's not in this case.
Well,
I mean, you guys have clearly missed IGN. They gave it like an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
It's
fuck IGN. I hate that company so much.
Oh yeah.
It is astounding that Paramount spent over $100 million producing Starfleet Academy, the worst television produced in the streaming era, and it isn't even questionable at this point. The only thing that truly worries me is the writers of this show are allowed to drive, vote, eat with anything sharper than a spork, and walk around free among us without supervision because they're a danger to themselves and others.
I agree.
Says Nerdrotics.
Yes.
So
I
there you go.
agree.
Take a bow, Jaden in a dress.
Also, really quickly, guys, if you haven't seen the interview with Nerdrotic and Kennedy, I advise watching it. It is a
It's
great
fantastic.
fucking interview.
It's great.
Although she spoils most of the book.
Because now you don't need to read the book. A lot of spoilers in there. Yeah, you're right. If they, first of all, Kurtzman has to go.
Yeah,
he doesn't. He has to be gone. And people who understand Trek, they had someone. His name was Terry Matalas. He did Trek. It was like a long form movie that Picard season 3. People didn't believe it was any good because of season 1 and 2. And somehow Terry Matalas was able to back out of the crap that was Picard season 1 and 2 to tell this epic story. He put the band back together. He introduced new characters that were really great characters. It's amazing to me.
And it sounded like the music of but that's the point. It's very easy to do, but they haven't even been trying. So we would say it's ruined. It's like, well, they didn't even do it. This is their own thing that just was never the thing they were trying to do. But if you just bring back characters we like with the music and storytelling we like, it's all right there.
William Shatner is alive. The fact that they have not leaned on Shatner at all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To be in any form of Trek. From when J.J. Abrams brought back a Star Trek movie in 2009. The fact that it is criminal. They constantly forget him on social media. They'll leave him out of marketing. That to me is a clear signal that masculinity is under attack in almost all forms of entertainment. They just don't want it. Even like it's just, how can you? This man is a legend. I don't need to talk about Shatner. The fact that he's alive now at what, 95 is incredible. And he the commercial he did at the Super Bowl was great.
Well, again, Chris, that's because
brand.
Chris, that's because this generation doesn't get it, right? It's like you said about, why in the sequel trilogy we didn't get Han and Luke and Leia together and a scene together, right? They don't understand anything about these properties at all, man. Like,
it's even worse, Dante. They did understand and they intentionally didn't do it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew that Luke would take attention away from Rey, so they purposefully reduced him. And even in the trailer, though, the market, even in the trailer, they were deceptive. That Force Awakens trailer is, I would say that they should have been sued for that with how deceptive it was. How deceptive that was. We thought that Luke was good. Anyways, that's something else. But with Star Trek, it's and even Terry Matalas, if they signed Terry Matalas as soon as they possibly could to do new I mean, Star Trek, I think, belongs on television for the most part.
Yeah.
And then it's well established that, and then films. But if Terry Matalas was in charge of the television side moving forward with Star Trek, I would feel so much better about his future. And he teased William Shatner's possible a way for him to return in Picard season 3. Maybe
it's across the board.
There could be a way for him to come back. And with Sam Witwer, if he's doing performing him with the digital prosthetics that they did in what is that short?
Yeah,
that they
Unimatrix,
filmed?
whatever it was.
Yes. Oh,
But what Dante was saying
powerful, so good.
that they don't understand, that's the thing, because they keep getting away with, oh, they just don't understand it. The fuck they don't.
No, they do. They
Netflix understood The Witcher, and then they intentionally hired someone who took it in a different direction. They understand what we want, but they don't want us because they don't like us for all the reasons, and it didn't fit. And they had BlackRock and State Street and Vanguard to give them the money that we weren't giving them, and so they did their own thing. But that's gone now. You have to come back to us, which means you have to go back to the things we liked. Kirk, Luke, all the things.
Okay, but
Picard.
Badger, I agree with that, but that means you got to hire people who fundamentally get
correct
what we want, right?
Correct.
Like on a fundamental level, and I don't think a lot of these people do.
Yeah, it's
Get
dead for
Terry
as long as they want it to be. Star
Right.
Wars is dead for as long as they want it to be. There is a way forward. There is a way. They just have to. They just have to humble themselves and realize they made a mistake and course correct. And in Hollywood, I know that's just so impossible to even think about humility and being a steward for someone else's ideas and universe and just writing good stories. I don't know. Like Ira
more
Parker,
faith in Paramount. You can like Disney is never going to admit that they were wrong, that all their ideology they pushed was wrong, and then just go back. But Paramount's brand new. They don't give a fuck about the past administration being wrong. They were so wrong it let them buy it and merge it, and so now they can just go forward with G.I. Joe that is like the 80s cartoons, and race swap. Put Snape back. Do the right thing, guys.
The question is Disney gonna let Terry save Marvel with Vision Quest, right? Like, I'm so curious as to what that's going to be.
I mean, it's a good start, man.
It might be a very good TV show. I don't think it'll move the needle. Wonder Man alone was actually a very good self-contained show. Means nothing. It means in the end, as good as it was, doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry to say, I think with Vision, it may end up being
probably the same thing.
Fantastic. It doesn't matter.
But at this point, maybe that's all we can ask for, right? All we can ask for is like a few little cool things that we like until they get their shit together, right? I mean, maybe that's all we can ask for.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if it outperforms every other show because of Terry Metalis, well, that says a whole lot.
Well,
right.
What is he being given to work with? We'll see.
What?
But we'll see. We'll see. I look. I have a point to what I'm about to do, and here's what that is. You guys need to know that the Project Hail Mary promotion has gone wild. Amaze. Look, we've got Project Film Threat shirts inspired by Project Hail Mary. Here we go. But better than that, have you seen all the clips that have come out with Ryan Gosling? It is crazy.
I don't want to be spoiled.
You've got to see all the promotion. He's showing up on shows. Here he is here talking about the actor who did the puppetry to bring Rocky to life. I'm not sure if you want to see this, Elaine. It's just no spoilers in any of it.
I want to see it.
But I'm going to just go through some of these clips because they're great.
Elaine, eject it into my veins.
I was alone, but I wasn't because I had James Ortiz. James Ortiz is the puppeteer of Rocky. He is Rocky. And what was amazing was, it was very difficult on every level to shoot this film. I've never worked on a film more difficult, and I probably never will. Just the ship had to operate in two forms of gravity. There was two atmospheres that were different between Rocky and I. There was two different languages. We were in, I'm in harnesses, 0G, and then we have gravity. Then the scientific equipment can't work in zero gravity. It has to be, and then I'm working with filmmakers that not only love things that are hard, but they like to make them harder. So it was so difficult. So to have James Ortiz there as this sort of, who was just in the beginning supposed to be the puppeteer and was saying the lines to help me, just to have someone to bounce them back on. But then he started improvising. Then he would come to work and he would say, actually, I don't think Rocky would do this. I think he would do that. He became Rocky. And then we were able to improvise for hours as our characters off script because, James had just come so deeply connected with him. So it was like a really special acting experience that I don't think I'll ever be able to repeat.
And by the way, Rocky is not a CG character. Rocky is a puppet. And it's I've seen the film. I'm holding in my thoughts until. But one thing I'll say, here's another clip that I think is very good, where he talks about
rockets, the whole thing,
going to space. But I can't wait for everybody to see it. Here's what's weird: they're screening this movie for critics a month in advance. There are more screenings. There are advanced screenings for fan screenings a week before. This is what confidence they have in this movie. Conversely, there's a movie called The Bride that opens this week. They're just showing it to critics today.
Wow.
But check this out, this clip, another clip.
I want to know, obviously, everyone's asking is, we're promoting an Amazon movie. They've got rockets, the whole thing. If they were going to say, okay, Ryan, you can go up in a Blue Origin rocket, what 4 co-stars would you take with you?
I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go.
I know. I give
There's
up.
nothing about it that is you're interested in.
I like it here.
Okay, that's fair.
I like it here.
That's fair.
I like looking there.
Yeah.
I like hearing about being there. I like pretending to go there. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You can't have it all.
I agree.
I'm very content with being here.
Are you
with
techie
you right now?
with me? So you want to be with Andrew?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fair.
Would you go?
I would go.
You would.
I would go. I want to know what's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You?
This film will give you that experience.
That's fair.
And you don't have to, with the risk.
He's like, my life is too good here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ryland
Stay
Grace
tuned.
doesn't
What
want to
more
go.
people would you send to outer space?
You go to another
I'm not an
galaxy in this
astronaut.
film.
Yeah,
That's- you're
Ryan
right. All right,
Grace
that's
didn't
fair.
want to go. His
You make an
character
alien
didn't.
best friend and you save the world.
Done. Thank you, Ryan.
Not
Hey
only
man,
that,
he's rich. He has a hot wife. He has a great career. I agree with him. Stay
I'm
here.
not going to play the whole clip. He went on Jeopardy. Oh God.
He's
Anyways,
so wholesome. He's
Ah,
perfectly
man.
cast.
very
Yeah.
wholesome. You know what I love? The promotion of this movie. You don't hear an opinion about current politics.
No,
I
Ryan
think-
Gosling is really good. He's not on social media, I don't think, just like his
Yeah.
own personal and like posting. So, and we just see him in these interviews, and so I feel like that's kind of like the star that you want, who kind of keeps that mystery. But when you do see little clips of his personal life,
He's
it's
charming.
really nice.
Yeah.
He's charming. He's funny, and yeah, just he loves his wife and children. It's so sweet.
Yeah. I have to say, the Ryan Gosling is the new Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think Ryan Reynolds is ever
What do
right.
you mean?
Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
He wishes he was Gosling.
Yeah. Seriously.
or had his career. Now the marketing is just, I'm so happy to see this, but man, am I itching to see this movie. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna see it for like 2 weeks, I think. It's driving me crazy.
Well, that's my concern
good.
now is the promotion of this film. It may be overhyped. I mean, having read the book, Elaine, you've read it. You know what to expect. People that are being hyped about this, is it going to be overhyped? I don't know.
No, I think this feels different. And it's like one of those times where everyone involved is just super like genuinely they feel like they made something special. And I feel like I've only seen that in very few things. Like Lord of the Rings is one thing where everyone involved, from the actors, but also the all the extras and prop makers, they're just so excited to make something so good, and it comes across on screen how much they are super passionate about their job in this, and I feel that, and I think, I don't know, yeah, it's a ways off, but I feel like the surge, once it is revealed, I mean, there's going to be the early screenings, so I feel like that might carry it off carry it till it officially releases, and it's just going to boom, and IMAX too. This is what IMAX is for. This is what going to the theater is for. These big screen epic adventures and obviously likable characters. It's going to look beautiful. Greg Fraser, cinematography. Can't wait to hear more about him and the techniques for filming. As far like how he said, like the differences in gravity. That's really cool that they really thought about all of the aspects of the Hail Mary ship and those different. Yeah, I'm so excited.
So this is a good question for Elaine, but do you think it will be as good as the book?
The books are always best.
Books are always better.
At the end of the day, but
How
I
are
just
you
hope it's
tempering
faithful in
your
spirit.
expectations? How are you tempering your expectations?
The story is amazing. If they stay faithful to the spirit of the story and the main character traits, it's gonna be amazing. And yeah, I'll always say that books are always best because they dive so much deeper into. It's just so much more expansive, and you're able to really dive in and get to know the characters that much more. And a movie is just condensing that into a feature length film. So yeah, you're gonna miss out on some things, but I can just hope that the main spirit of the story and characters shine through. And I think in this visual medium could be one of the best films of the decade. It has that potential.
But also, a movie will never give
time.
you a movie will never give you what your imagination will give you. So I mean, the book is always going to be better because your imagination will give you more than the movie will. So
well, make sure to get your Project Film Threat shirts. We're trying to cash in and just capitalize on all the hype for Project Hail Mary.
I hope the movie does really well. You guys sound really excited, but you guys sound really excited because you've all read the books and you've all hyped each other up. So the question is going to be, what did people who have never, what the fuck is Project Hail Mary? Ryan, what are going to think of the movie?
Like Gavin Newsom, both of us have not read the book.
Not read the book, knew nothing about it before you guys started talking about it.
What's your expectation?
Mine?
Or anticipation if you're feeling
I'm
any.
really curious what people who haven't read the book think. We'll have to wait till Alan sees the movie or others. I've read the book. But again, I feel like Dune. Dune is one of like my most precious, treasured. Read it as a teen, inspired me. I love the Dune books, the first 4 at least. And it goes off the rails for
I'm
me.
excited because what you guys have said, and I really like Ryan Gosling, and I think he's a very genuine person that doesn't like hate me and doesn't turn everything into a political. And I actually think he's going to do a good job, and it makes me excited. The same thing with Starfighter, like the same vibes. Like everyone wants to be there. I think it might actually be decent.
It's such a complex story. The fact that I believe they pulled it off again. And I think in my out of the theater review, I said it was like the Cliff Notes version, but I've read the book. So I know the behind the scenes of what happens, and it does hit all the best parts. So my only thing, I wish it was longer, but 2 hours and 36 minutes. What? I'm trying not to say anything. I'm saying nothing.
Well, I will say that the Doom Part 2 trailer, there were parts, there was multiple trailers, but there were scenes in that gave me concerns. And obviously those concerns really are justified in relation to Chani. But there's nothing that I've seen of any of the footage that's made me concerned about this. It's from everything that I've seen. It is incredibly faithful to the characters, the main storyline, the Hail Mary, even that they made like slight changes to the Hail Mary design, but it works the same with the centrifugal gravity, the differences there. And that's all the changes that I could see, just minor changes. And I think the video screens inside. But yeah, nothing that gives me as much concern as I did with the Doom Part 2 trailers. So that I'm excited for that. I can.
As someone who hadn't read it, my only thing was like I saw the trailer and I was like, did y'all just spoil this movie? Like did I just see the hook?
It really kind of gets you up through like the first third. There's
Rocky's
a lot
not
of
a spoiler. He's a main character.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the book, you don't really meet him till maybe even halfway through the book. I'm trying.
No, earlier than that.
Earlier.
It's pretty
third.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, let's talk about Tourette's. This controversy will not go away. We
I wish it
all
would.
know what happened at the BAFTAs. Alan saw the movie. I swear he can answer your questions. I think many things can be true at once. There might have been a better way to handle that situation, but it's not going away. It's not going away on social media. The NAACP Awards, which was on Paramount Plus, if you have it, a clip surfaced with Ryan Coogler and Delroy Lindo. I'll show it in a second, but what we know about the situation, what do you guys think about this? Are people overreacting? Is there a lack of understanding?
Yes.
What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
I think both sides have dug their heels in, right? Both sides. And it's getting obnoxious, right? Like, 'cause again, you have people who are claiming the racism thing, which is stupid as fuck. But then you also have people who are going overboard to defend this guy, and all of a sudden they care about Tourette's out of nowhere, right? They weren't talking about Tourette's fucking 2 weeks ago, right? But all of a sudden everybody's an advocate for Tourette's now. It's just getting retarded, if I'm being honest with you. And that's the other thing, right? So we're gonna look at this thing with the NAACP, and Dion Cole tells this Tourette's joke, right? It's a joke. He's a stand-up comedian. Everybody is like all of a sudden, clutching their pearls, right? Like they haven't seen people make jokes about fucking people with Down syndrome, midgets, and all kind of other shit, right? But they're offended by this shit. It's like, guys, really? I just watched Chrissy Mayer pretend she has Tourette's.
Chrissy
on
Mayer's
fucking
not on
FNT.
mainstream TV. I love Chrissy. I love FNT, but that's not fucking mainstream.
But I get it, but
they make jokes.
But people are
Because
making
no,
it
Dante,
seem
they
like
have
they're
not
all of
been
a sudden
joking.
they're offended by jokes
I'm
about
sorry,
people.
I don't think it's obnoxious at all. I think that if you have a group of people who claim to be incredibly progressive and liberal and are all about, diversity, equity, inclusion, that really includes disabled people. And I think that everybody at the NAACP was all about performative outrage, and I think they were punching down. 100% they were punching down on this.
Okay, we say that, right? But people said the same thing about Dave Chappelle when he was talking about trans people, right? That he was punching down.
People all of a sudden care about Tourette's. I think that it is the principle of the matter. That's what I think.
What principle?
It's not that people don't all of a sudden they care about Tourette's. It's that this man did something and said something that is a symptom of his condition, of his disability, and there's absolutely zero empathy for that. And he's just received nothing but hate since then.
And why
Okay,
is
so here's
Because
the thing.
if he was black or any other race than a white dude, this wouldn't even be a fucking thing. And no, Dante, they don't make jokes about disabled people. That's the point, is that it was when you got a white guy and his disability, then all of a sudden they can go back to fucking making jokes about it, when before they're all PC.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the NAACP. I'm just talking about like as Dion Cole as a comedian, right? He makes jokes about people, like in general, right? We're talking about a comedian here, right? I didn't see other people go up there and make jokes, but they got the comedian, to make a joke, right? Now, and that's my thing. It's like when it's comedy, when people are on that stage doing stand-up, they are free to talk about whoever the fuck they want. They can make jokes about anybody, right? And that's something that we did learn from Dave Chappelle. We watched this guy get persecuted because of the fact that he made jokes about trans people, right? They called it punching down and all this other shit. It's like, why are we being sensitive about a comedian making jokes all of a sudden, right? The same people who have no problem making jokes about anybody else.
Here's the thing: comedy sort of like puts a magnifying glass up to something that is wrong, or bring awareness to it. Bring awareness to something, and then make fun of it in order to make a statement about it. Okay, what was it here?
No, not all comedians do that. Some comedians just make jokes just to be funny.
That this man is a racist, and if you have Tourette's and you want to use being a racist as like under the guise of Tourette's here in this room, read the room.
Okay, I think Chris needs to play the video, because I
I'm
think people are making more of this joke than what was really there, right? Like this joke was in fact, this joke was really tame compared to some jokes I've heard about other disabled people. This joke was tame as shit that he did.
I agree with Dante. I my position on all this, but a joke is a joke. What bothered me was everyone else in the room who basically capitalized on their victimhood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there. I think I would have respect for these people if someone had just said, we understand what Tourette's is, his condition, and we are, we're gonna let this one slide because he couldn't control it. But what I got was a room full of elite celebrities claiming victimhood for this one guy and his disability. And that's what bothers me the most about it. The joke is fine. I don't care. The joke is meant to be a joke.
Yeah.
This is on Paramount Plus. I just realized I have BET. I have BET. It's on Paramount Plus. Let's watch. I think the clip of him doing the Tourette's joke is in the middle here. Am I right? Is it around here? Let's find out.
Brain, Lord. Take it out of ass, Lord.
Right.
Nicki Minaj
Chris, pause it for a minute.
Lord.
So right before he gets into the Tourette's joke, he's talking about Nicki Minaj. He's making jokes about other black people, right? So it's not like he just singled this guy out. He's making jokes about a lot of people before he gets to the Tourette's thing.
Yeah, about Nicki's disability. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and play it. Tame. That was not even like
it's pretty tame.
That was
Any white
softball,
men, not
dude.
any men, just the white ones.
Okay,
Right.
but you know how many comedians tell racial jokes though?
Right, but as Gary said, it's skewed.
Yeah, because it's
I
a
think
black
if
event. I mean,
the day before this, if there wasn't this huge campaign from ignorant people who I don't know how they don't know what Tourette's is.
Yeah, that's
People
crazy.
claiming that everyone in America doesn't know what Tourette's is. Grace Randolph, but we do.
Grace Randolph's not a stand-up comedian. I mean,
and the fact that they were saying that he was this poor man was racist. So if it wasn't all of these people and Jamie Foxx and all these powerful and influential people coming out and saying that he was racist, instead of just this is his condition that I'm sure he wishes he wasn't born with, but he is and has had to deal with it and the consequences of it, of being beaten and thrown in jail and all these horrible things. He says the most inappropriate things at the most inappropriate time. And you're not special just because you have a certain skin color. You can have cancer. You could be a police officer. You could be a woman. You could be any other race. And that will just come out. And he can't control it. And it has nothing to do with what is going on inside or what he really thinks. But there was just so much of this going on that is what he really, it just means you have no filter, just all of this stuff, even with the community notes.
Oh no, I agree. I think a lot of people spoke out in ignorance, right? I think Jamie Foxx, he should definitely issue some kind of apology because that was incredibly stupid of him to say that, right? And maybe Jamie Foxx doesn't really know what Tourette's is, right? Let's say that. At this point now, he knows what it is, so he should make some kind of comment about it.
I think the point is, I think Dion Cole gets the pass, and
yes, because he's a comedian, stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where I am right now.
Yeah, I think it's more just about
because she's Trump supporter.
The problem is because nobody has come out to say we have understanding, we have empathy for this man. We understand that he can't control it. We understand that it wasn't racially motivated. We understand all of these things. No one has come out to say that. Say for
it's the hypocrisy.
Just one person that I saw. And then on top of that, you add the joke. And I think that's why people are having such a strong reaction to it, because they are digging their heels in the sand that we were a victim of this man, of this man's racial prejudice or something. They are really standing on that. We are victims here. That's why they're just I want to thank you guys for all the support you gave. And then the other girl who said I want to recognize these two kings in the audience and what they had to go through. Everybody gives them standing ovations. They are really doing this performative victimhood. And on top of that, you add that joke. And it's just okay, so are we really just saying that this man is just racist? His tics are just racially motivated. And I think that's why it leaves such a terrible taste in people's mouths, because no one is giving him even just a tiny bit of empathy. Nobody is coming out and saying, yeah, I understand he has Tourette syndrome. I now understand that these are symptoms of his Tourette's. I completely understand that it wasn't racially motivated. They're not saying anything like that.
Yeah, it's funny. I think the only two groups of people who are supporting him are white people and black people with Tourette's.
Let's take a look at this. This is Ryan Coogler and Delroy Lindo coming out at the awards.
They act like they survived a terrorist attack.
Right.
They act and it's interesting what he said, because I talked about this last night, but he said that in an instance, something negative becoming something positive. They could have taken that instance. Right? Something negative that happened and turned it into something positive. Literally, Davidson's life is something negative. He unfortunately, he has to deal with this disability. And now over at the BAFTA is the culmination of all this negative stuff that he's had to deal with, getting beat up, almost committing suicide, all of these negative things that he's had to deal with. And then a culmination of that is something positive, finally getting that recognition of all of his life's work and being honored over at the BAFTAs. And then you have this happen. They could have turned this into something positive and focused on, hey, look, you guys don't know what Tourette syndrome is, and these are the symptoms of it. We don't take it personally. We understand that it's just a symptom. He had no control over what he said. It could have been turned into something positive, but instead they decided to make it all about their victimhood and decided to make it about themselves. And we were wronged. And now, thank you for having our backs and not this man who is disabled. Thank you. Now it's positive on our behalf. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
they had
this
to be in the
movie-
same room with.
Okay, but here's the
disabled
thing.
person.
I don't see Delroy and Michael like going into like, you know, the media talking about this. They had to address it right. Well, he had to address it right then and there because he was literally on stage. It was obviously the elephant in the room. So he made a comment about it. But I don't see these guys, you know, talking to reporters, you know, talking about the fact that they were, you know, so hurt and so offended. They're not doing that,
Pretty
right?
sure he
Here's the
did.
thing. In my opinion,
No, I think he
Michael B.
did.
Jordan and Delroy Lindo don't owe
Lindo
that
actually
guy
did.
shit. Look, I feel bad for the guy for what he has, right? I understand it. But here's the thing, right? And I said this on my show the other fucking day. When I was at Comic-Con a few years ago, a guy in a wheelchair ran over my fucking foot, right? I was wearing Vans, very thin shoes, so I felt the full brunt of that wheelchair, right? And this was a heavy set guy in that fucking chair, right? So I could have been mad, and I kind of was for a second until I saw who was in the chair or saw who the guy was, and I was like, oh shit, you know, this guy's like a paraplegic. You know, he has the thing in his mouth to steer the chair. I'm not gonna.
But he can still steer. Right? He can't. Like, I can't control where.
No, but did he single Dante out?
These aren't fucking comparable
the point
things.
is, Comic-Con's very busy. It's a very big, especially Hall H where I was. He probably didn't even see me there. Right, ran over my fucking foot. I let it go because, you know, the guy's in the wheelchair. I understand it. Doesn't mean the fucking pain on my foot wasn't still there, right? But I just let it go. People need to quit fucking acting like just because, you know, this guy is handicapped and he can't control what he does, it doesn't affect the person that he's yelling these things at, right? I presented many awards at award shows, right? Anything could fucking throw you off, right? Yeah. You got to kind of concentrate. And something like that will definitely throw somebody off when they're in the middle of what they're doing. Again, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo handled that whole situation with fucking class, right? They didn't react on stage. They did their bit. They presented the award. They left, right? That's all. The grace they showed was not reacting. That's all they owe this fucking guy.
Right, but to your point of they didn't owe him shit. They could have said something to recognize that he had a condition that made him do what he did. Saying for both of them to have said something like that would have diffused this entire situation.
Yeah, said they played into the other angle.
Yeah, it wouldn't have snowballed.
But how did they play into it if neither one of them were talking about it?
No, they did, but you were too busy ranting to hear what they said.
He couldn't help it, and that they understood the condition he had, and therefore, and I use this word on Twitter or on X, they forgave him. If they had done that, then this would have diffused this entire situation. But instead,
Delroy Lindo did.
Let the animals attack each other.
If they had brushed
Delroy
it
Lindo
off,
actually did talk about it. He said that, you know, we did what we have to do to move past it, and he just wished that someone at the BAFTAs had spoken to us afterwards. So he did comment on it. He did say something.
They didn't even bother to look up the condition and to understand why he did it and why it was said. Instead, they played the victim. That they're the bigger.
Okay, so I need somebody to show me a quote from Michael B. Jordan of him talking out against this guy.
He didn't say a thing.
But
to be fair,
violence. That's what's going on here.
To be fair, Dante has a condition where he has trouble opening envelopes. So in award shows,
you guys set me up every fucking year, man.
Well, hey, I don't know if I should show this or not, which is probably a good reason to show it. This was in your replies, Steph. And follow Steph on X. About 20 years ago, there was a Tourette's guy back when YouTube was the Wild West. He'd just go off and you could never tell if it was a bit or not, but we loved him and his son took care of him. Today, he'd be more popular than Elisa Liu. Should we watch this? Like, I haven't seen it. Let's watch it.
I'm sure he says real fun things.
Yeah.
Well, we already are getting demonetized on this stream, so.
Oh, shit! Shit! Damn, this good shit! Fuck!
Okay, we're sitting here with Danny.
Faggot!
A Tourette syndrome sufferer for over 30 years.
It's embarrassing as fuck! Ass!
The date is November 18th, 2004. Just like to ask you a few questions.
My grandpa died 15 years ago! Nobody gave a shit!
Okay, who were some of your childhood heroes?
Fuck you! Ah, shit! Man, a damn phone. Piss.
Well, there you go. So the Wild
I want to say
West.
one thing that I did see this positive article. It's really nice to see that there's been a surge of donations for one of the Tourette's charities, and which is great because apparently a lot of people need to know what Tourette's is actually. So that's actually good that this has been getting more attraction, and I can't wait to see the movie when it comes out here. But there are a lot of documentaries on YouTube about John Davidson, so you can check. Actually, the person who's Daniel Pemberton, who scored Project Hail Mary, scored one of them. The Boy Can't Help It. I think he scored that one, that documentary. That's on YouTube. So you can check that out.
No, look, and I keep saying over and over, I think both sides are retarded when it comes to this, right? I think the left is stupid for calling this racism and going off about this whole shit. I think people on the right are taking this shit way too far because I don't buy that all of a sudden they're affected by Tourette's, that they're advocates now of Tourette's. It's like if he'd have said any other word, okay, whatever. I don't think anyone will be talking about it, but the fact that he said this word has people like digging their heels in, right? It's like he should be able to say the N word because he has Tourette's, right? It's like, and I'm serious, people were taking it to that extreme. So what I'm saying is both sides are fucking stupid when it comes to this.
It's funny, having seen the movie, it's weird to see everything play out as it did in the movie. I mean, everything that's happening to him happens in the movie. And except he's not been beaten to death yet.
By the way, we will review the film here on Film Threat in April when it releases.
Oh, and by the way, I agree. I believe in offending everybody. Okay, I'm equal when it comes to that. I'm an equal opportunity. So, like Gary said, everybody could get the smoke.
Hey, let's talk about one last topic before we get to soups. For those of us that saw the Scream movie, I think it was me. Scream 7 is a return to form. Sidney Prescott is back. Good to see Nev Campbell back. It's fun if you're a Scream fan. I think it's maybe the worst Ghostface reveal of the series, but Rotten Tomatoes ranked all the Scream movies, and let's see where the new film ranks here. All 7 Scream movies. Well, at number 1 is Scream 2. That's a surprise. Number 1 at 83%. Scream 1 at number 2, 78%. Scream 4. No, wait. That's
Scream 6.
Scream 6. Sorry. Scream 6, 77%. Number 3, Scream 2022 at number 4, 76%.
Wait, was that the series?
I have no idea.
Was there an MTV show?
The series was good.
That's right. Then we've got Scream 4 at number 6, Scream 3, number 7. Scream 7 is the lowest with a Rotten Tomato score of 32%. I think I'd like to see what the fan score is.
So it was worse than Scream 5?
But the audience score is 77%. So whatever you think, I don't know. Are you guys Scream fans at all?
I was until now. Yeah,
I've seen I was up until 3.
Yeah. One thing that doesn't seem to have affected Scream is at the box office. There was an attempt at a just to ban the movie. Like people wanted to like boycott the film and don't go see it because what's her name, the actress
Melissa Barrera.
Yeah. Melissa Barrera was not in exactly who. Yeah, who? No effect whatsoever. None whatsoever. So make of that what you will. Not well reviewed by the audience, and the box office is the best in the series. Almost $84 million debut.
Was Jenna Ortega in it?
That's amazing. No, she was not. They kind of wiped that. Ones. They acknowledged that the events in 6 happened, but that was supposed to be a trilogy. They pivoted back to Nev Campbell and Sidney Prescott.
There were 2 members of that cast in this movie.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's. I think if you're a hardcore fan, and I like the series. Not a hardcore fan. I like the first half of the film. second half is a disappointment, but we'll leave it there.
I just don't know how further they can take this franchise. Like I can't imagine a Scream 8 at this point.
Imagine it, because it made a lot of money.
Yeah, it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
The best in the series. It's going to make over $100 million for a horror film to make over 100. And this is not expensive. The cast is the most expensive part. I'm going to say, guessing.
I mean, I guess just by going by the other franchises like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, it's like, you know, progressively as they get older, they get worse. I can't imagine there being another Scream.
Yeah, I mean,
like how many times can you tell that
It's
joke?
already
guarantee
That's
Scream
crazy.
8 is coming.
Here's the thing: the first two Screams had a foundational idea behind it. It was, you know, tropes of horror films, and then playing against that with Ghostface and the kills and the murders. And then after, you know, 3 maybe they tried to continue that, but I think they gave up. Scream 5 had the best chance of going back to its roots of just playing on tropes because it had a diverse cast, and they could have played into it. Because if you know, in Scream 5, only the white people died in that movie. all the people of color lived, and I think that was done because they were into DEI, not because they thought it was a good idea.
Right? They were trying to.
Had you gone back to the roots, you really could have played with that idea of only the white people
doing the opposite.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
the virgins die and people who smoke weed live, or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
The show did some of that meta stuff, and it was fun back when it was on.
Let's get to soups as we wrap up. Let's go right there. We'll start from the top.
Dr. Gordo, member for 33 months. Just
Dr.
checking
Gordo
in with us.
Thank you, Dr. Gordo. That is amazing. Almost 3 years. Appreciate that.
Patty Oliveira for 50. Hey, guys, what's your thoughts on the new Scary Movie trailer?
Well, we reacted to it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Should I show it? Should I show us reacting? But thank you, Patty. Appreciate you. Just back up to the very beginning.
Yeah. Or when we play the clip, watch the clip, but make sure you go through all the commercials.
You're right. But thank you very much. I think we all are excited. It looks great. It looks fun.
Yeah, the return of the R-rated comedy, man. About time.
Yeah. Let's go.
Doge Pal for 2. How different would people react if Starfleet Academy was animated?
It still sucks.
Yeah.
It would still suck, but there's no reason for that old Star Trek animated series from the 70s. They had the writers from the original Star Trek write episodes. There were leftover scripts. It's very smart show. It's not for kids. It's very much an adult show. You know the series.
Hear me out. New Starfleet Academy, same premise. They're restarting Starfleet 1,000 years in the future, but it's a descendant of Kirk, and he has to wrestle with all of his lineage. And then we have William Shatner as a hologram version of Kirk that gives him advice. There you go. Boom. Make it. Bring it right back.
There you go.
Palto for 2. Chris, heard a rumor you read the book.
Yes. Project.
Read or
In
listened
fact,
to the book.
I just got this. This is crazy that someone did this.
Hey,
that's insane.
That's nice of Ryan. Model for you.
Project
authentic
film
endorsement.
That's
totally real.
I think it's real.
He's such a nice guy. He won't even sue.
Yeah,
Other than the fact that his head looks bigger than
that's
his body.
awesome. Available on shop.filmthreat.com.
Vladimir Planton for 10. I submit that the official term for this era of woke Hollywood to be the mess age. For it was an age when they spread the message and it became a total mess.
The mess age. I like what you did there.
Yes.
This will be years from now. This era will be looked on as one of the worst in pop culture, cinema, and television history.
Oh, they'll make documentaries about it. Yeah.
Which we can all watch on our phones.
Yes. Troy Knoll, member for 8 months. Shout out to my Film Threat friends.
Thank you, Troy.
Matthew Hammond for 2. Is it holding inclusive people to their standard?
Yeah, you want equality or not?
Right.
Yeah.
Meritocracy.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Matthew Hammond for another 2. The BAFTAs are to blame for this and not anyone else.
I agree.
I agree with that.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, they are 100% to blame. Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. I mean, you saw them react, but they held it together. And
they didn't even react. They just paused because, yeah, of course they would pause, man.
Yes. And they were like, okay. And then, but yeah, it was the BAFTA organizers that I almost feel like what they did made it happen. Like they were hoping something would happen.
Right. It's good press. I mean, think about how much press the BAFTAs got from this. Would anybody have given a shit before this?
Nope. No one even knew what they were.
It would have just passed us by.
Yeah. Nobody would have known.
Oh, and by the way, people are like, are saying that, our black people are drawn to the story. Most black people have no idea what the story even is. They haven't even heard this story. Most normal black people don't even follow this shit. They don't know what the BAFTAs fucking are.
What does Black Twitter think? That's a whole.
They don't care about this shit. Like they're not. They're taking a handful of tweets from certain celebrities who are dumb fucks who are in the industry, right? Not counting for taking account that a lot of black folks don't follow this shit, so they don't even care about this.
I would think Gavin Newsom would wonder if there is a Black Twitter or whether.
Well, he's on it, of course, because he's Gavin Newsom. I mean, G-Dog is there. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, Mr. 960.
No, I need to take that joke an extra step.
He has a 960, Alan.
He can't read, but it's got voice to text. Uncle Jimmy Jam, member for 10 months. Am I going to hell for laughing at that? No.
The Tourette's guy? No, I think it was great. That's why we played it.
He would want
King Dude. King Dude for 5. Alan Cummings was the only one with any class that explained the situation.
Yes.
By the way, true story, we can't put the word Alan Cummings, the name Alan Cummings, on the website or it will get.
Are you kidding, Alan?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Is that for real?
That's for real.
Yeah, and you want to know why Alan Cummings didn't care about that or had class about it? Because when the guy yelled the homophobic slur, they cut it out of the fucking BAFTAs. Right?
Well,
they cut that part out.
Yeah, and when the filmmaker said "Free Palestine," they cut that out.
Yeah, they cut out a lot of shit. He called a woman a cunt. They cut that out.
And see, the one person that I'm seeing like have what I would say would be like the best reaction to it. I can't remember her name, but she was also at the NAACP Awards. Like she put the blame on the BAFTAs, and I think that like that is a conversation. They should be blamed for it. Yes, 100%. And I think that like that more people should do that and not put all the focus on Davidson, because that's not, he has a condition, he is disabled, but no, it's just focused on him.
Yeah. Or maybe the Baptist is trying to normalize the N-word.
Yeah, that's it.
Right here, Badger.
The 1A train for 10. Did you all see Harrison Ford's Lifetime Achievement Award acceptance speech last night at the Actor Awards? It was exactly what an award speech should be.
That's where I stopped. Well, I watched the Actor Awards last night, and first of all, it was boring. A lot of glad handing. There were, up to the point that I watched, which was Harrison Ford, there was not a political speech at all. Zero. It was all actors patting themselves on the back and other actors. I'm shocked. I'm like, not one like political speech at all. Zero at their own event. It's on Netflix, and honestly, it was kind of boring, but there were no speeches, and Harrison Ford was great.
Are we taking bets on the Oscars if it's going to be political or not?
Oh, it will.
I don't think
political.
it will.
By the way, I almost
the red carpet, yes, but not the ceremony.
I almost got kicked out of the Academy Museum because I had a T-shirt that says "The Oscars can suck it." I wore that shirt there, and I was shooting a video in front of a giant Oscar, like a promo for our watch party, and they were calling the security on me. Why not kick me out? Oh my God! I'll show you the video on Wednesday or Friday. But
I would imagine you were perfectly safe.
I was
have
okay.
Award show fatigue.
Yeah, I think there are too
Already.
many award shows. There are too many of them. Except
Jan
award
Hugh,
this.
thank you.
Award this is the best one. Sean Hu, thank you so much for gifting 5 Film Threat memberships, and thank you to our mods: Lord Thoth, ADLS24, Ololique, everyone out, MK Solid, everyone who gave us a super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's go around the horn. Everyone, plug your channel as we wrap up.
What's up, guys? Dante for Riot VRL tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST.
And you are on fire, Dante.
Oh, and with Nina Infinity on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, the Anna Kasparian interview was great.
Yeah,
You and
Anna's a great
Nina?
girl, man.
That
I
was
definitely want to talk to her again.
All right, well, don't slide into her DMs.
She is married.
Go slow.
Yeah, you can find me over at Criticalist Cast. We'll be doing a live show on Thursday night at 7 talking about Fight Club, and I'm leaving right here and heading over to Drunk 3PO's channel for the Monday Hangover to talk about From Dusk Till Dawn.
All right, say hi to Drunk
Drive
for
safe,
us.
yeah.
I will.
Steph, my nerdy home. I stream every single day on my YouTube channel, and I'll be going live later on tonight around 9-10 Eastern.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on again. Love chatting with y'all. You can find me here on YouTube at Nerd Cookies. I chat about sci-fi and fantasy news, theory, and lore. Just released a new video today breaking down the claim that all fans need to do to save Trek is shut up and consume the Kurtzman content. So check it out. Thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you, Elaine.
Badgercast coming up in 20 minutes. We'll be talking about all the things except Tourette's because we're all tired of talking about that.
That's great.
Or for
And-
Wednesday, Hollywood on the Rocks, we have a special guest.
Oh, I forgot about that. Justine Bateman is going to be joining us. She is promoting her Credo 23 Film Festival. We are going to have an in-depth chat about AI. We had Roger Avery on. He's making movies using AI. We are going to talk to her about it. It's Ask Her Anything. It's going to be a great episode of the show. So there you go.
Ooh,
And,
I could tell her about AI, but
well, you got look. I'm on this. I don't know if you want to ask some questions. We'll go. But thank you, everyone.
We'll see.
I really love hanging out with everyone's here on Versus. It's so much fun. Monday, I look forward to it. Alan, what do you got to say?
Let's get out of here.